In the case of Eve, Eve's mom came to me before Eve with another child. And we did that case, and that case went through its course. And I guess it was about a year or two later that Eve came to my attention. I can't remember exactly what her allegations were, but I'm pretty sure it was some drug exposure. And so we took jurisdiction over Eve. Emily was the individual who came forward to take custody.
I got a phone call saying, "We've got a baby girl if you're interested." And by 7 o'clock that evening, she was in my home.
Reunification is the initial plan for parents when a child is brought into foster care. And that was the plan for Eve's mom. And she was asked to do a certain number of things in order for her to get her child back. And one of those things was, of course, was to work on her substance abuse issues, go to drug treatment programs. When Eve first came into care, her father was incarcerated.
So in Eve's case, it was rocky.
Eve had some issues, some behavior issues, and Emily was just right on top of them.
I will be there to support her and get her connected to anything that she needs to deal with.
You need to be able to observe what's going on and how the children are fitting in with the family, especially with the little ones, because they can't tell you what's going on. So it's important to be able to watch how those children interact with the foster family or the foster mom.
Eve had been in care for over a year, about 18 months. And then that was when Mom started falling off the face of the earth again and started relapsing and started not communicating with the Children's Division, the case manager.
We knew that she was going to be available for adoption, and I knew that I was interested in keeping her and making her my daughter forever.
None of us knew how it was going to turn out, but we all stayed the course, and Stephanie was the voice from the beginning to the end.
Our job is really to represent the child. What is in the best interest of the child? It's not an easy decision to take a child away from a parent.
Reunification became not the plan, and the permanency plan became termination of the parental rights of both Mom and Dad in that instance.
With Stephanie being our volunteer advocate, she knew the history of this family, and so she knew that Eve had a grandma out there that was raising 2 of Eve's biological sisters, and so Stephanie paved the way for me to have a relationship with the grandma and the sisters.
And so this past January we were fortunate enough to be able to celebrate Eve's adoption. I looked out in the audience after the adoption, and there was grandmother, and she was crying. She was so happy.
We had some ups and downs with this case, but we all persevered, and it turned out, I think, very, very well for Eve. She has a wonderful family.
What these people can do for kids that don't have a voice and don't have someone to speak for them is incredible.
Stephanie doesn't have to be there. She's there because she wants to be there.
They don't owe anything. The volunteers are not paid by the court. They do it because they love kids and they want to see the lives of these kids improved.
I think that's what makes the difference on being able to actually make a well-rounded recommendation that's deeply meant to be in the best interest of that child.
Voices for Children can really fill in the gap that maybe the caseworkers can't, because the caseworkers have a lot on their plate.
You know, it's about laying all of the cards on the table and really trying to figure out where this kid needs to be, where is the best fit to enable this kid to be the best that they can be. And Voices has taught me, I guess over the last almost 8 years, you know, how to really do that. So, I mean, again, I can't sing their praises, you know, any more than that. It's just a great program.